You're watching SCAC Men's Lacrosse Media Days, and joining us today from Shreveport, Louisiana, it is the Centenary College Men's Lacrosse team with first-year head coach Monty Curtis and sophomore defender Max Beilke. And gentlemen, first of all, thank you for joining us.
Well, thanks. We're excited to be here.
Coach, we'll start with you. You're into your first season with the Gents. Just tell me a little bit about what you're trying to build here in Shreveport and kind of your goals and expectations going into your first season.
I'm excited about what's going to happen this year. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people. I'm looking to build upon not just the 1 year of play, but there was a fairly solid pub program here for years. So there is a bit of a tradition, but lots of changes since last year in personnel. And the majority of the people who will be starting for me, even for our first game, were not the starters in the fall, in the preseason. So, but I'm looking to develop a long-term program, not just a short-term fix. And I've got the players, I think, that can take me there.
Coach, tell me a little bit about what you've seen so far throughout the preseason from this group of men. How have practices been going? What are things shaping up like for this team?
We've got a really dedicated group of people, and that makes all the difference in the world. They're working hard. It's really rather uneven, and in terms of experience, I would say that my real core strength right now are my defense, and all of those players are just solid, and that's the last thing I need to be concerned with. And since I have Max here with me today, I'll let him talk a little bit more about that. But I'm starting two different attack of the three attack starters that we had in the fall, and the first line midfield is all new. So we've got to develop that chemistry. We have good groups individually, but we've got a ways to go. And it's a young team in terms of experience, but every week I'm seeing them pick up the skills. The confidence is so important, and the trust, and that's coming faster than I expected.
Max, I'll turn to you. Tell me a little bit about some goals that you may have set for yourself in the upcoming year, as well as some team goals that the Gents have set for this season.
Some personal goals, obviously, to develop my skills as a player and just try to become better personally. Another personal goal I have is to just develop myself into a quality leader. Some people are just born leaders, but even if you're born a leader, you still have to work on it. You develop skills dealing with different types of people. Team goals would definitely be just getting out every day and just striving to be the best we can be. You just can't get any better if you don't put the time or effort in. And so we know as a team that to become better than we are today and better than we are yesterday, we just got to keep putting in effort.
Coach, I'll turn back to you. It is a younger team. You do have a couple seniors on the team, but for the most part, it is a young team with the program only being in its second year. Tell me a little bit about this young team and how they are emerging as leaders on the field as the program continues to grow.
In some ways, it's been a dream to teach this group. They take responsibility, and they're not afraid to make the mistakes that they have to make to get better. So I do have some good leadership. I have two captains, both sophomores, Max here and a young man named Lauren Lepore, and they lead by example. They pick up on my cues fairly quickly, and the rest of the team respects them. So I would like to see our numbers grow, and if I looked at the future, the key is the recruitment, and that's where my background is. I worked in college recruitment for many, many years. So already had some good visits of prospective students, some real talented individuals who will be able to help right away. And this year we're just building that foundation so we can take advantage of what we have.
Max, I'll turn back to you. You are, as your coach mentioned, one of the captains this season. Tell me what it means to you as a sophomore in the second-year program to be named a co-captain. And you touched on it a little bit earlier, but tell me how important it is for you to emerge as a leader this season.
It's obviously a great honor for my peers to have voted me a captain. They obviously see leadership and what we need to progress as a team, but really it's just to be a captain of this team. The important thing is to understand how diverse our skills are at this point, which is great. I love having new guys come out. I love having experienced guys, and it's really important to just be able to be that guy that people can look up to no matter what skill set they have.
You're watching SCAC Men's Lacrosse Media Days with the Centenary College Gents, head coach Monty Curtis, and sophomore defender Max Beilke. And Coach, we will turn back to you as we kind of take a look at each position. Start off by telling us a little bit about your attackers this season and what you've seen thus far from that group.
I actually have two seniors at attack. I have good size and pretty strong shooting ability. A freshman who obviously played all through high school. I told you that I coached club for many, many years in Texas. I actually coached his father. So that makes me feel a little bit old, but he's just a natural and has both hands, sees the field well. This is Alex Vandross, so very excited to have them. The chemistry we still are working on, but the attack looks strong. There's one midfielder that really stands out for me, and I see several people progressing, but Dimry Robinson is just got it all. And he's great at not trying to do it all, but he makes the players around him better. So in midfield, where I think we'll play a lot more control ball than we have in the past. Good face-off men, and I think that we'll get the ball to the attack.
Touch a little bit more on your midfielders this season. You just brought up a couple of them. You also mentioned a little bit earlier that you had some youth also in the midfield. So tell me a little bit how these midfielders have progressed as well.
Midfielders are probably the slowest group to catch up with everyone else, but they're playing the entire field. They're playing offense, defense, and I've got some tremendous athletes. And they have to be able to translate that into lacrosse intelligence. But they're picking it up good, so some good speed, some good size there as well. And we're a little thin. We could use a few more, but I think that we have what it'll take. And then again, they're really complemented with the defense that we have. And those two groups seem to be really working well together. So that chemistry is already getting there.
Max, I'll turn to you for our next position group, which is the defenders as well as goalkeeper. Tell us a little bit, as one of the captains on the team, as one of the defenders returning, what have you seen so far from this group? Who stood out in your opinion?
So with the defense, we're lucky enough to have really good quality, experienced guys. We have myself, the other co-captain, Lauren Lepore, and Chris Forrester right now, who all have 5-6 years plus experience. So that really helps getting the whole team on track. It helps because everyone's played before. There's not a lot of situations we haven't seen. And as Lauren and I as co-captains, it's with experience between us, it helps us just help develop the other players. And right now in goalie, we actually have a position battle between Garrett Wick and Bastion High, which is great because position battles always make each person better.
Gentlemen, we'll get you out on this final question. Max, we'll get you to answer first, and then Coach Curtis will let you answer the same question as well and give any other final thoughts. For Centenary to be successful in 2014, what will be some of the keys to success?
Oh, we definitely have to keep working hard. Every day, wake up and know that we just have to strive to be the best personally and as a team. But not even that, like, we have to remember that lacrosse, like any sport, is a game, and we play games to have fun. So I think the success of the team is obviously to put numbers in the win column, but as well as just have fun and bond as a team, because for the freshmen, they only got a couple years left, and the seniors, this is their last year.
What I would add is that the team is still establishing their identity. And I think they're going to be tough-nosed defenders. I think they're going to play hard, but you really have to get into the games and see deep down when you're really under some pressure and you have tough situations, who stands up. And I'm pretty confident that I got the right people. So we're just needing that experience. We're looking forward to the season. We're tired of beating up on each other. We'd like to play someone else for a change. And in a couple weeks here, we start our season off against Hendricks, and just excited to get those games under our belt and to see what we really have.
You have been watching SCAC Men's Lacrosse Media Days here with the Centenary College Gents Men's Lacrosse team. Head coach Monty Curtis and sophomore defender Max Beilke. Gentlemen, we thank you so much for joining us today and taking the time out to discuss the upcoming season, and we wish you good luck in 2014.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Athletic Conference, a conference of good sports.